welcome back to Faith Budgets. I'm currently taking control of my finances by paying off debt and saving at the same time. On this channel, I'll be posting videos about how we use the zero-based budget, sinking funds, cash stuffing, and paying off debt. If that's content that you're interested in, then please keep watching and definitely hit the subscribe button and join us on this journey to financial freedom. Okay, thanks you guys for stopping by and hanging out with me today. I just want to thank you all for the likes and comments and subscribing and coming back around and following along. This has really been beneficial to us in our budget so far of this year in 2024. And this will be my first monthly budget to go over as a whole, mapping it out as for the whole month. That's what I do first, the monthly budget, and then I break it down into paycheck. We get paid weekly, so first I like to map it out by the month to see which bills will be paid with which paycheck. So this month will actually be a magic month. It's what we call a magic month. If you've heard of that, it's like, I think 2 or 3 months out of the year, there would actually be 5 pay periods instead of 4. And for us, that happens more frequently because we're on opposite payrolls. He's on a 2-week, my husband's on 2-week pay, and I'm on 2-week pay. So, but it's the opposite payroll. So it works out to where we get paid weekly. And if you're new to my channel, we're budgeting for a family of 4. There's 5 of us, but my older son is in college, so there's 4 of us here. We budget for 4 that live here in the home, and we live in Tennessee. We both work full-time jobs, and right now we both are getting some overtime, so our income is probably a little higher than it would be normally. So that's why we're trying to really focus in on using that money intentionally instead of just kind of letting it go, not knowing where it went. So we want to give every dollar a job so that we know where every dollar is going. So let's just get in here and get started on this. This is a February magic month budget. Get paid on the 1st, the 9th, the 15th, the 23rd, and the 29th. So this is going to be, and for it to be February, that's a shorter month. So it looks like we have a lot of extra income. I was surprised whenever I was mapping it out I had a lot more to put towards sinking funds. So, but that's what we want to do on Magic Month anyway, is build up the sinking fund. So we have that to fall back on. So this is my calendar. I do it like the budget mom. She does the highlighter method. Each paycheck, you go through, write all your bills down first, and then use your highlighter and match that up to the date, to the bills that you will be paying with that paycheck. So I did that first, and then as each paycheck comes, I'll know what's coming out of each paycheck. And then whatever's left from after paying bills and variable expenses, I put the rest of that money into sinking funds, or maybe if we have a lot of extra overtime, I would pay extra towards debt. So, and then at the bottom here, I just put down some things I want to keep in mind that's going on this month. Valentine's Day, of course, and there's a turkey convention. My husband's a hunter, so we'll be going to that. And of course, ball games to go to. And then here is the pages that I use from Lyman Joy. Where's it at? It usually says it on here. This is the monthly budget spread where I can map it out for the whole month. It just gives me more lines to put everything, but I also have the budget by paycheck also. It looks very similar. This is the budget by paycheck. Basically the same thing, except it just don't have the, yeah, it's basically the same thing. Mapped it out by paycheck. So that's why I like this one, because there's more room to write everything on. I have a lot of sinking funds, so I actually created my own page for my sinking funds. I was playing around on Canva. I'm new to Canva, so I was just kind of playing around, and I created this to where I can put all my sinking funds. And I'll be adding some more here for holidays. So I wanted to create a page big enough to put them all on one page so I can see what and I was having to white out and make more room here. So this helps me for the sinking funds to track those for the month, especially because the month is, I list them all. I might not take out for them every paycheck, but for the month I'll have them listed. And then some I left blank, and that would be maybe some that we would only contribute to if we had extra overtime. We might not contribute to those this month. I'm doubling up on some of the other ones to get those larger ones built up for us. So I just listed all of our bills. This is like fixed bills that come out every month, or they might change just a little bit, but they'll stay about the same. And then as I was mapping this out on my calendar, I done the little check mark. And as I mapped it out and I wrote it down, then I know, okay, that one's paid, or planned to be paid. So that kind of helped me to know, in case I need to move some of them around on maybe a bigger payday, I might move it around a little bit. You just kind of have to work with it and see which ones work the best. So, and then always we have gas and Walmart. That's every check. And I also have a cushion that I put $25 per paycheck. I leave that in our checking account as a cushion. So I just kind of use that as a bill. That way I can leave that in there every month, every paycheck. Gas and Walmart is a variable expense, but we do use it. We do have that every month. It might change a little bit, but I try to budget about the same unless something's in that week or something that's going on. We might need a little extra or something, but I usually budget about the same on that. So this is our income here. So like I said, we get paid 5 times this month, and then we have additional income here. So I'm just estimating this is our low amount that we'll be making. It could be more, and I'm hoping it's not less, but this could be more. That's what we're hoping, that we'll get some more overtime. So our total income for the month of February should be $12,600, and that's not normal for us. That's a high amount because that's our magic month total for that. Usually it would be minus 3,000 on that, or minus 15. So it's a little bit more than normal because I end up having to pay 2 debt payments because it's due on the 5th of the month. So I've got to pay it in February, but then also the last check in February is on the 29th, so I'll have to pay that again because I don't get paid till March the 8th. So I will have to pay that Honda payment that's due on the 5th. So actually I got to pay it twice in February. So I almost messed up on that. I had to go back and recalculate and all that. So I listed all the bills here, then our total income minus our total expenses. That leaves us with $5,980. So I'll roll that up here. And then I subtract our debt snowball. This is the only debt that we have. Our Honda payment, $400. So I'll have to pay it, like I said, in February for the February and the March payment for that. So that's $800. Subtract $800 from this $5,980. That leaves us $5,180. Then I subtract our cash envelopes, which is our variable expenses. And here I wrote, this is the monthly amount. And then here I just make myself a note for the weekly amount here, because I know there's 5 weeks in the month instead of 4. So just so I don't get off track on that. And it's just easy reference to look back on that. So with the total for the month would be $1,925 for variable cash envelopes. And then here for the sinking funds, this is where I created that sheet to go over here so I can look on this and look at all of them at one time. And so I went through here and added some extras that I don't normally add, and it totaled up to $3,255. I list all of our sinking funds. I have some that are in Ally, high yield savings, and some that I just keep cash here in the binder in our safe. So we have emergency, Christmas, Leaseland, UT tickets. We purchase college season tickets to the college football game where my son goes to college. Graduations, vacations, savings for my son, my younger son. His father passed away, so I do put money in there for him. And anniversary, a new SUV or newer SUV, I need another vehicle. So that eventually we'll get to that. Home maintenance, wedding. This is for my son. My oldest son is about to be engaged, about to ask his girlfriend to marry him. So hopefully we'll have a wedding to plan. My Sam's, well, this is not the membership. I have another envelope for memberships down here. Right here, memberships and tags. That would include the Sam's membership. But this is just what I spend. I put in it weekly usually because we do that for our home household items usually. And some foods, but usually household items, paper plates, toilet paper, paper towels, all that kind of stuff. Memberships and car tags, and I may separate that out now that I have more room to write things on here. We have 4 vehicles that we get registration tags for, so save up for that. And then land tax, we have a home here, and then we have some additional land that's already paid for. It's not included in our mortgage, so we do have to pay that on our own. So I like to save up for that. And car maintenance, senior year and prom. My youngest son is in high school. He'll be graduating this year. He's a senior, so we definitely will be using this. Birthdays and holidays, I think this is the one that I'm going to separate out. Make it birthdays and gifts, and then maybe holidays, separate those out and make their own envelope for the different holidays that we would use, just to have, other than Christmas. Christmas is by itself because it's a larger amount, but like Valentine's Day, for example, because we don't have enough in our date night for Valentine's. That's why I'm adding more here. But like Valentine's Day, Easter, maybe even Memorial Day, Labor Day, if we wanted to have a cookout or something, and I would have cash in that envelope to to have a cookout. And then travel. This is like for small travel, like on the weekend, or maybe travel with the summer league basketball, and maybe even weekend trips just to get away with my husband, or maybe when I go with my girlfriends, if we go on a shopping trip or something, just a small travel trip there. Medical, dental, that's for like co-pays. Glasses, contacts. We don't have, all our kids have already had braces now, so it wouldn't be braces. But if you had any other dental work done, cavities, or if you had cavities and had to have fillings done or something, other dental work. Landscaping for yard work out in the yard, like flowers, or even like yard maintenance kind of is what I've been putting in here too, as far as like weed killer, bug sprays, things like that that we use outside on our land, and maybe even garden. We have a garden every year too. My husband puts out a garden, so I think I had been putting some stuff in there for the garden as well. Date night, and then my hubby has his own envelope too for things he's saving for. So that's all the sinking funds. So we have that. And then here's the monthly funding plan. This is how I separated out the sinking funds. So it's like, okay, well, I know that I want to put $50 in my emergency, but does that mean I'm going to put 10 per check, but I don't have enough left over after the bills? See, this is what I have left over after the bills have been paid out of these paychecks. So see, this one is significantly more than these. So a majority of my sinking funds will be coming out of this check, but that's just how the bills fell. So this has really helped me to do it this way, instead of moving my bills around and trying to pay some of them early and worrying about paying some of them late. So this way, all my bills are paid on time, and then I just adjust my sinking funds to allocate the money whenever it needs to, compared to, depending on the what's left over after bills. So that totals everything up. And then I do the denominations and stuff. Each paycheck, I'll pick out the denominations. So this is the monthly. spread. So I got February ready. So I'm on my game. February's ready. So once February's done, then the monthly layout, then I would go for each paycheck and do the weekly budget. The paycheck, budget by paycheck. Like this. This is the budget by paycheck here. It's basically the same as the monthly, except I wouldn't have all the bills listed here. And then I might not have all the sinking funds. It would just depend. And I may end up printing off another sheet for the sinking funds to do this as well if I have that many on there. So I may do that. I just print these off and put them in a binder, 3-ring binder, and keep up with it that way. So for each paycheck, I'll do that. And that'll be my other videos. I'll do my weekly budget with me. I'll fill these out. And then you do the cash breakdown also with it for the sinking funds and the cash envelopes. I do the cash breakdown for that. So I think that is all for my February budget, magic month. Let me know if you guys have a magic month. Some people don't get paid like maybe once a month or something, so. All right, so that is our February budget for February 2024, our magic month. This concludes my video for today for our monthly budget. If you like this video, please give it a like and subscribe and follow along. And I just want to thank everybody for all the encouragement and motivation to keep going. This is really helping me out. I'm loving this YouTube community. So I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks. Bye.